tuning in. My name is Angela. Today I want to share with you another ancient secret. It is garlic honey. So honey, we all know the benefit of honey. It's good for our immunity. It helps with flu-like symptoms, cough and stuff like that. It is rich in copper, magnesium, zinc, and a lot of vitamins and minerals. So garlic, on the other hand, we know also it's rich in a lot of minerals. It is good for cleansing our blood, for reducing cholesterol, for cough, getting rid of cough, flu-like symptoms as well when we mix garlic and other components. So the combination of garlic and honey, it's really good. So, but what we're going to do today is let our garlic ferment in honey. What happens in that process is the garlic gets caramelized, soaks up the honey and becomes sweet. So that sharp taste of garlic, it's not there anymore. It goes into the honey, and the honey itself is not too concentrated with the garlic taste, so it's easy to eat. But we know that when you eat garlic uncooked, you get most of the benefit as against when you cook it. So this is a good and easy way to consume garlic uncooked, and you get all the benefits. So I'm going to share with you how to make garlic honey. So for our fermented garlic honey, I'm going to be using 2 heads of organic garlic and about 300 ml of organic raw honey. Now, it is best to get raw honey from the local market, but if you know, like the farmers market, but it is increasingly difficult to get these. So the next best thing is organic honey from the shop like Sainsbury's and Costco. They do have organic honey and organic garlic. So you can reduce the quantity of garlic you use or increase it to your taste. I like a lot of garlic, so I'm using 2 heads of garlic for my 300 ml of honey. So I'm going to place the garlic in a Ziploc bag because I need to crush the garlic. Now you could leave your garlic cloves whole. I did make one previously with the garlic cloves whole. You could do that. The only thing is when I wanted to use it for something like salad dressing, the cloves were whole. I had to either use them whole like that or dice them. So having one that is crushed and one with whole cloves is probably handy, or just anyhow you prefer it really. But I think it's handy to have the garlic crushed and in bits. So the garlic is all diced, and what I'm going to do now is layer the honey and the garlic. So I've left a layer of honey in the jar. I've added a layer of garlic and then a layer of honey, another layer of garlic and a layer of honey. If you just leave the jar like half filled and you put your honey in, it tends to just float and doesn't get to the bottom until later. So this is a way of ensuring that the garlic is evenly spread in the bottle without floating. It will still float, but not as much as if you just add all the garlic in the jar with your honey already in the jar. So this is a way of just having the garlic evenly spaced in the jar. So next I'm going to shake my mix. Now you don't have to use as much honey and garlic as I've used here. I just like a lot more garlic in it. So you could use half of it. You could just have a quarter of garlic and the rest honey in the jar. So it just depends on your preference. But what you want to do is every day you open your jar to burp it because there's fermentation going on. So there'll be gas trapped in the jar. So you want to open it every other day at least, and just stir Because of the fermentation process, it is best to use a wooden implement when you stir your garlic honey. Also, don't forget to open your jar every day and just let the CO2 that is building up out. Otherwise, if you leave it for maybe 10 days and you open it, it might just explode with the force of the trapped CO2. So that's something to take note of in this process. So this is one I made previously with whole garlic cloves. I didn't dice or crush the cloves, so it is whole. You can see it looks, the garlic has changed in color. It is a lot sweeter now with the honey, and the honey itself has garlic taste. The honey also will become very light and runny. That's fine. That just means it's absorbed, extracted most of the fluid from the garlic, and the garlic itself becomes harder and it shrinks. So letting this mix ferment as well also means that we'll end up with a lot of good bacteria that we need for our gut health. So that's another benefit. So this is the start of the process, and it is all we need to do now is just sit our jar in a dry place, a cool dry place, room temperature, and just let it ferment. But do remember every day or every other day to open it, let the gas out, shake it so that the garlic and the honey are evenly spread, and then just leave it for maybe 10 days. It really doesn't matter, but the longer you leave it, the more fermentation occurs, and the more beneficial. So I usually would leave it for 10 days before I start to use. You could leave it for up to 20 days as well. The longer you leave it, really, the more fermentation occurs. So, but just to note also, when you put it in the fridge, the fermentation process stops. So I normally leave mine just outside the fridge and use it up until it's all done, and then I replace it. So that's something to note as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you find this useful and beneficial, and I hope you get to try it. So until next time, stay safe and God bless.